Armenians are one of the oldest nations in the world, with a history rich in events and personalities that have left a significant mark not only in the region but also in the world history. Let's begin our journey from the very beginning, the origin of the Armenians. The history of Armenians spans millennia. Scholars still debate the exact details of their origin, but there are several theories. One of them connects Armenians with the Thracian and Phrygian tribes that migrated eastward. Other researchers see a connection with the Urartians, an ancient kingdom that flourished on the territory of modern Armenia in the 9th-6th centuries BC. Armenians are mentioned in various sources from the ancient world. In Assyrian texts, they are referred to as Urartu. Herodotus, the ancient Greek historian, mentions Armenians as participants in Xerxes' war against Greece. However, the most significant event was the rivalry between Persia and Rome for control of the Armenia. This geopolitical confrontation repeatedly led to Armenia failing under the rule of Persian kings, or becoming part of Roman conquests. These events shaped the political landscape of the region and left a deep mark on the history and culture of the Armenians. One of the most important moments in Armenian history is the adoption of Christianity. Armenia became the first state in the world to officially adopt Christianity as its state religion in 301 AD, decades before the Roman Empire. This event took place under King Tiridates III and is associated with the activities of Saint Gregory the Illuminator, who became the first Catholicos of all Armenians. The adoption of Christianity contributed to the flourishing of Armenian architecture, especially in the construction of churches and monasteries. Armenian temples, such as the Echimiadzin Cathedral and the Church of Saint Gregory in Ani, became the symbols of national identity and spirituality. Armenian cross stone, or kachkar, adorned with intricate carvings, became a unique contribution to Christian art. Christianity also played a key role in shaping the social structure and daily customs of Armenians. The church became a central institution, influencing education, family values, and public holidays. Religious holidays such as Vardavar became an important part of the cultural calendar. Armenian culture is rich and diverse, combining deep historical roots and contemporary traditions. The Armenian language, as an essential attribute of culture, belongs to the Indo-European language family and has two main forms. The foundation of Armenian writing in the early 5th century AD played a crucial role in the development of national literature. The Armenian literary tradition begins with the translation of the Bible and continues through the centuries with the works of authors such as Grigor Narikatsi, who wrote the Book of Lamentations. Music occupies the central place in Armenian culture. A distinctive feature is the use of national musical instruments such as the duduk, zunra, and kanon. The duduk in particular is known for its melancholic sound and is recognized by UNESCO as part of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Armenian folk dances such as koheri and berd are performed at festivals and important events, demonstrating energy and grace. An equally important part of Armenian culture is Armenian cuisine. Armenian cuisine reflects the richness of local products and the influence of regional culinary traditions. Main dishes often include meat, especially lamb and beef, fresh vegetables, and various spices. Lavash, a thin bread baked in tandoor, is an integral part of the Armenian table and is also included in UNESCO's Cultural Heritage List. Dolma, stuffed grape leaves, and kash, a meat soup traditionally served in winter, are popular traditional dishes. Armenian arts and crafts are known for their craftsmanship and quality. Kachkars, stone steels with carved images of crosses and other symbols, are an outstanding manifestation of Armenian sculpture. Traditional carpet weaving also has deep roots, and Armenian carpets, known for their patterns and quality, and valued worldwide. Armenian traditions reflect deep family values. Weddings and christenings are accompanied by special rituals that emphasize the importance of family ties and community support. Hospitality is an important part of Armenian culture, and guests are often treated to the best dishes and drinks. Armenian culture deeply reflects family traditions and values, which are passed down from generation to generation and form the basis of social life. Family customs and taboos in Armenian society reflects a blend of ancient beliefs and Christian teachings. Taboos in Armenian society are an important part of the cultural code, shaping social norms and regulating people's behavior. They reflect deeply rooted beliefs and cultural values. Here are some key taboos in Armenian culture. In Armenian society, a conservative view on personal life is maintained. Open discussions on topics such as intimate relationships, health, or financial problems, especially in the presence of older or less close individuals, are considered indecent. This is related to the respect for each person's privacy and the desire to maintain decorum in communication. Traditional views on relationships between men and women also fall under certain taboos. For example, public displays of affection such as kissing or hugging may be seen as inappropriate. Additionally, in some more traditional or religious families, there is an expectation that women will adhere to stricter rules of behavior than men. Respect for elders is one of the strictest taboos. Inappropriate behavior or rude treatment of elderly people is seen as a serious violation of cultural norms. Younger people are expected to give up their seats for elders, listen to their opinions, and not interrupt them when they speak. Although Armenian cuisine is diverse, there are certain dietary restrictions, especially related to religious fasts. During periods of important Christian fasts such as the Great Lent before Easter, many Armenians refrain from consuming meat, poultry, dairy products, and eggs. Violating these fasts in a religious setting can be seen as disrespectful to the faith. Directly addressing elders by name without adding respectful words or titles, such as uncle or aunt, can be perceived as disrespectful. In Armenian culture, it is important to use respectful forms of address, especially when communicating with older members of the family or community. These taboos emphasize the importance of family values, respect for elders, and personal modesty in Armenian society. They help maintain social order and harmony within the community. Armenian dances are also an important part of Armenia's cultural heritage, reflecting the history and spirit of the people through music and movement. These dances are often performed at festivals, weddings, and other significant events, each with unique structure and symbolism. Armenian dances are not just a form of entertainment, they carry deep cultural and historical meaning. They are passed down from generation to generation as a way of preserving national identity and practices. In modern Armenia, as well as among the diaspora, dances continue to play a key role in celebrations and official events, showcasing pride and respect for Armenian heritage.